Yo, 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 we are back, baby. What up, what up, what up, Josh? Long
I'm
weekend,
good.
right?
I'm good, man.
Was
Yeah,
it a long weekend?
long weekend. But
Uh-huh.
it's the week that we've been waiting for. It's the week of football. It's the week that
Finally.
matters. It's the week
Yep.
that matters to Manchester United fans, and yeah, maybe us no fans as well.
Everyone, Josh. This is the week. You know, this is the week. And
Yeah, it's really.
maybe we are likely to see people crying.
Yeah. Because I mean, knockout stage. I
You
mean,
know?
it's the now or never.
Either way. Sports Jazz guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac, Josh, we are in the building. Let's talk football. Let's talk some sports. Let's talk Manchester United. But Josh, before we get into that, there's been ongoing conversation. I think everyone has already talked about it, but I realize it's only us. I don't know whether you're aware of it. I want you to tell me.
No, about what conversation is this?
100 men versus one silverback gorilla, Josh. Who wins?
100 men
Everyone,
versus
one
one
silverback gorilla. It
the
weighs,
silverback gorilla wins.
who does it win? You know,
It's
people
crazy.
are bringing view. One is saying if you've watched WWE, people are saying if you bring in Mark Henry, you bring in
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar, you get
yeah,
The Rock, you bring
yeah.
another, Big Show, all those guys, you bring them versus one silverback gorilla. It's going down.
One slap of a silverback gorilla can actually catch three of them in a go.
That is that is
Yeah,
correct, and the heads
yeah.
all of spinning off
And
their
and they
necks,
actually have more speed than a
mm.
human being's speed in
And the power too.
reaction and stuff like that. So I do think that it will tear apart the first three men, and I don't think the 97 will be very brave. The ones who will
We,
want to be heroes would be just
we
about
have to
seven.
find sacrificial lambs that are going to go there first. By the
Yes,
time they
no, they will all go at once. They will go in a go, but when they reach the gorilla, I don't think there will be 100. There will be the first
man,
three, and
you know,
one slap
when it
will
spreads
scare the
its hands like
97. And when the seven do come, I think of the 97, seven might just be might try to be heroes, and they're the clever ones, so they know how we should attack. They will form a formation and things like that. But after
yeah.
tearing the next three men, I think they will just say this is it.
I,
But
I don't know who came up with that whole thing. It's been all over internet the last approximately 2 weeks. I don't know who
yeah,
came,
yeah.
who came
But
up
I
with it.
don't think. I do think actually the silverback gorilla wins. I'm not so sure. Maybe I should have done some homework to know exactly how much speed they do have. But
Bro, have you seen
off
a
the cuff,
well-grown silverback gorilla on its
exactly.
limbs?
I'm from Uganda. I mean, the mother of silverback gorillas.
Wind
So
impenetrable forest. I
yeah,
know.
yeah, windy, impenetrable park. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, we do have these things in Uganda, and you know, I don't see how a human being can react faster than a silverback gorilla. And the thing is huge, yo.
I know it's huge.
Yeah, it's
Weighs
really huge.
around a fully grown one weighs around 350, 400 pounds. Is it?
Yeah,
Not,
but you can say that 100 men weigh much more than that.
but yeah, it's very very strong. One slap will take three heads off.
But the
You know?
the only
Have you
thing,
seen
the
its
only
head? You have around five heads compared to. I mean, if you're to get its head, you have to put fully good grown heads of human beings, five of them, just to get its yo. Anyway,
But on the other hand, I do also think that there could be an argument for a human being, because I mean, now if you do believe the Bible, then you know that God created all these creatures, and lastly, He
oh,
created man and said that man shall have all the
Josh,
power over all these creatures. And then,
Josh,
if He did do that, then you would know that
Josh.
actually one man might be able to kill a silverback gorilla, because I
Yeah.
mean he's
If you
more
have no
witty.
weapons, if you have no
Yeah,
weapons, you're not
no,
doing
he
nothing to
doesn't.
it.
No, he doesn't have to have weapons, but he's more witty. He's more intelligent. So I mean, if he does use his
Exactly, that's
intu,
the problem.
If
That
it
thing
does
doesn't
puts
have.
it,
It's also very. It's close to human. Yo, it's they are very very intelligent. Yo.
but it's not a human being, you know.
Nature.
It's not a human
Anyhow,
being. Even as dumb as some guys who are in political offices here in Uganda. I mean,
just thank you so much for tuning
still
in.
they're better than a silverback gorilla.
Sports Just guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, yeah, that was something to get rather to get us all warmed up and feisty. By the ending, of course, Josh had to throw a stone in a swarm of bees. So
Nah, nah,
uh,
nah, nah,
we shall
nah,
come
nah,
back to
nah.
another day. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, moving on to the topic. Well, United lost 3-2 to Brentford over the weekend. Well, some think it was, a game that wasn't really meaningful, but yeah, Brentford defeated Manchester United 4-3 in a thrilling, 3-2. Was it? No, 4-3. Sorry, 4-3 in a thrilling. Sorry about that on the screen, Josh. But yeah, defeated
Four
Brentford.
three.
Yeah, 4-3. It was 4-3. United being defeated by Brentford in the thrilling, Premier League match. Josh, what a game it was! It was at Gage Community Stadium. I mean, but I don't blame. I think no Man United fan blames Amorim for the lineup he did put up just yesterday. I mean,
You know, you can argue that it was the most boring 7 goal thriller.
why would you say that, Josh?
I mean, it was boring. It was boring in certain spells. I mean, until yeah, they did score a couple of goals, but
Yeah.
there was not too much excitement about the game. I did
No, Josh, you
expect.
had kids. You had Chido
It
Obi
doesn't
Martin,
matter.
the
It doesn't
debut, and all
matter.
that.
You see, it doesn't matter to me when I go to watch a game like that and I know where Manchester United is and the aspirations of the club. I do know that we have a very important game for our season on Thursday, so we have to rest players, and we don't have a very deep squad. So I mean, the lack of squad depth would just only make it possible for Amorim to play the younger lads in the positions where the most important players in our lineup for Thursday need some rest, and they will be getting rest. But I only expected for the players to come out and actually put up a fight. You know, Chido Obi, I mean, to enjoy himself. Fredrickson to continue the bright performance he had showed us in the earlier cameo that he had. Um, I thought that maybe Seko Kone was going to get a look in, but he never got off the bench. Actually, he didn't even make the bench. Luke Shaw was very rusty, and it's unfortunate the manner in which he conceded that own goal. I don't think it should have even been given as an own goal because, I mean, it hits his chest. It
But
doesn't hit it.
yeah, Josh, that wasn't the first time Luke Shaw tried to score in his own net. You know that in that
Yeah.
very game.
But I mean, the goal itself, I mean, it was quite unfortunate that it ended up being an own goal because the ball hits his chest. He doesn't play the ball.
Yeah,
But
deflect.
yeah, we were shambles. We were shambles at the back, and it's unfortunate that we lost Matthias Delict. You would have thought that maybe Matthias Delict would have been a player that
And some fans were
helps us in the
complaining
final.
why we lost that game. Why we had to fill those players. That is one of the reasons. I actually think he shouldn't have played, man.
Yeah. He shouldn't have played, but we needed to rest Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. When you're playing two kids in Lenny Euro and Fredrickson, Tyler Fredrickson, you don't
Mm.
want to play Lindelof in the middle because Lindelof himself is a bit of a calamity. I mean, you have to play a player who is going to exude confidence. So these younger lads are more comfortable on the ball and are playing out from the back and defending actually very well. But then again, he does get injured, and you can see that even when he gets injured, it's Harry Maguire who is called to come on, not Victor Lindelof, because I think the manager already sees the things that Lindelof is susceptible to when he's in defense. So he didn't trust to put him in the middle of two young lads. But for the game proper, I was actually really happy for Alejandro Ganacho. I mean, he did play very well. He was a bit bright, and this can only give him confidence going into the game on Thursday. And Mason Mount, Ruben Amorim's favorite, actually scored a goal. And Ganacho, I like the manner in which Ganacho played in that cross. Amed Diallo on his return to the team in the Premier League did score a goal. So yeah, we did get three late goals, but at least the players who scored are the players that we would have loved to boost their confidence with a great performance. You may not say that the performance was really great, but if you are forward and you do get on the score sheet, I mean, I think it's going to boost your confidence in one way or another. So Ganacho
I'm
and
surprised you're
Mason
giving
Mount and
Ganacho his flowers because we
no,
all know you're a bit
I love
salty.
the
Not that you
player.
don't like him, you're a bit salty when it comes to Ganacho. The
No, I
man
love
has,
the player. I love the
but
player. Maybe that's why I'm salty because this is a player who can hit the heights of. He can hit the heights of a very good forward. He can be in the same league with genius players like Lamine Yamal, but at the moment
Yosh.
he's not doing the right things. And then if you don't do the right things, you cannot be there.
Well, let's
No,
hopefully.
he does have the potential to actually hit those heights, even in a season
Mm,
like this, where you say that he has had a bad season and stuff like that. He's actually contributed 10 goals and a number of assists uh, for for um, for
for Man
Manchester
United
United this
altogether
season.
in all
So I mean,
competitions. Yeah.
yes, he's involved in 21 goals and assists in all competitions. That cannot be said of players who appear to be much better than him. Because when you talk about a player like Gabriel Martinelli, they're going to tell you how his ceiling is this high. But when you look at the numbers, Gabriel Martinelli racks up every season. I mean, he hardly
Average.
makes double digits. Yeah,
Yeah, that is true. He's average. By the way, I mean, I don't know, take it or like it. To me, I actually think Gabriel Martinez, maybe it's because he's playing for Arsenal or he gave us, he confused us and lied to us at the beginning of his career at Arsenal, but I don't rate him up so high there, Josh. I mean, you cannot even
yeah.
mention him. You cannot put him in the same bracket as his colleague, Saka. Saka is way miles ahead of
He's
Gabriel,
basic.
but he's basic. Yeah, that's the right word to use.
Yeah,
Very,
he's
very
basic,
basic.
but he has been effective for us now. Okay, he gives that Arsenal side something different. I mean, he may not be getting on the score sheet and stuff like that, but at least he can stretch the opposition whenever he's asked to. He can keep the fullback over the opposing side very busy, so Arsenal can allow I mean, so Arteta can have his inverted left back come and play in midfield and stuff like that. So, I mean, tactically, he could be doing it for Mikel Arteta, but if Mikel Arteta can break the bank and go and buy a player like Nico Williams, Arsenal would be a much stronger side.
Well, whenever you talk about Nico Williams, Mazarawi is like, bro, bring him on. Bring him on.
Mazraoui is a
Yeah.
top bowler with all
Yeah.
the
By the way,
experience
George,
that he has.
speaking about or talking about yesterday's game where United lost to Bradford, the second goal, George, is it Shed's header, assisted by Christian Nogard, the one that gave Brentford a 2-1 lead, Josh. There was a bit of controversy, Josh, because remember in that very moment, the lead was down, injured, and
Yeah.
play continued. Josh even put up his hand, like
Yeah,
in
but you
fact,
know,
even after it was stopped, he walked off.
Martin
He didn't.
Martin Taylor was the referee, you know?
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense. That
yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
But
Um,
he had no obligation to actually stop the game because it was not a head injury or stuff like that. But using his discretion, he would see the pain in which Delict was, and you would have known that this is a major injury to the player. So, I mean, any second helps in making sure the player gets a proper treatment, and maybe his rehabilitation could be they could manage the situation of his injury much better if it is attended to early.
And Josh, look Shaw, he still looks raw, like really, really raw. I know you talked about him earlier, but
He's
very,
just
very raw,
rusty. I wouldn't say that
rusty,
he's
raw.
raw, but he's very rusty.
You
He's
mean he
very
needs more game
rusty.
time?
Yeah. He does need more game time, but I don't think that he will have the opportunity to have
Nope,
more game time
nope, nope.
at Manchester United. But I know that Luke Shaw, if he's fit, he would
Yeah,
be a perfect player for this system because he has good crosses on him. He understands the game. He learned how to defend. It took him a while, but he learned how to defend. I mean, he appreciates the game much better. I just don't know if he still has it in him to make those overlapping runs and stuff like that. But he has a very
I
good
think he
cross on
has it in
him.
him.
Yeah, he has good passes. I mean, yeah, so let's wait and see. I just don't see how it's going to work out for him, especially that we do have a number of players in those positions. We do have Aiden Heaven, we do have Lisandro Martinez, and
The
Lenny Yoro
butcher.
can deputize in that position.
We also have
That is the
the kid
left-sided
Diego Leon
center back.
coming through. Josh.
Diego Leon,
You
yeah,
mean
the
the
left-sided
right?
center
Okay,
back.
okay, yeah, I get
He
you, I get
cannot
you, I
play as
understand.
a wing back. He cannot play as a
Yeah,
wing
yeah,
back. I mean, that's too much
yeah.
to ask of him. I mean, you're only asking him to get back to the sick bay if you want him to play as a wing back.
Well, Josh, you also have the one and only Ahmad Diallo yesterday getting back on the score sheet. Of course, deflected shot, but again, um, I mean, it's so good to have him back playing football. We missed him. You clearly see. I mean, everyone can see that. Every United fan can see that. And I was so happy that he got onto. Rather, he scored a goal yesterday. And do you think he's going to be starting on Thursday against Bilbao?
Yeah. I mean, where he starts is the problem, but I think Matt Diallo is a player who, if he's fit enough to start,
Mm,
he's a player who should start the game because he has so much energy and so much intelligence that he can pick moments that can win United the game. Unfortunately, for me, what I saw yesterday, Amad Diallo was a bit not fully concentrated or focused in
mm,
the game
that is true.
because all the goals that were scored, much as the crosses came from the other side, but they ended up being scored from this side.
Mm,
Tyler Fredrickson, you can say that he failed to deal with the situation of the two goals, but he was left by himself. His wing back had to tuck in. So, I mean, if the right sided center back is in that position, then the wing back tucks in a little bit. So you can pick out the man who or a run, you can pick out a runner, or you pick out a man who is in a position that is more dangerous to score than hanging on the byline. And yeah, Amad Diallo, I think he was guilty of that. But the things that we want of Amad Diallo is on the other side of the pitch. And going into this game, the fact that we do not have Diogo Dallo, I think Amad Diallo would be playing as a right wing back.
well, it's funny that we're missing Dallo, by the way. I don't know. I don't feel. Yes, he has done well. He has played, but I don't think he's a player that has really given his all, Josh. And
No, he has, but for me, I think I can take it to fatigue because he's a player who has been very fit and he's played the last two seasons
mm,
consecutively without actually getting out. He wasn't getting out of the side. He wasn't injured and stuff like that. And you remember he was our best player the other season.
yep,
I think the Eric Ten Hag season, the first one.
I remember. Who? No, wasn't it Eric Ten Hag? No, I think it was Rashford.
Oh, it was Rashford, the 30 goals. Yeah. Then I think it
Mm,
was the previous season before the 30.
yep, I think. But anyhow, yeah, it's good to see boys back on the pitch. We also saw Leniero coming on. Yeah, Leniero he has been fantastic, Josh. He keeps on improving. But Josh Chido Obi Martin, kids getting their thing on yesterday. I mean, he became the first youngest, player at the age of 17 to, I mean, be on the pitch, play for the Premier League, Josh. And also not forgetting the squad being rotated. I think it makes sense yesterday, or rather, it made sense. So for those of you that have been complaining, yes, I know it marked United's. That was the 16th in the Premier League, Josh. A
Yeah,
club
Lenny
record,
Euro.
Josh. A club
Lenny
record.
Euro is such a decent player. I mean, at his age, he's developed really well. He's uh, played in a new formation at the back. He's playing in a back three and not a back two. But he has adapted very well, and I think he's comfortable playing either on the right or on the left. That is as a centre back. So he has pace. I like that he has gotten used to the Premier League this season. I think he will be a much, much, much better player next season if he's playing alongside Licha and Maguire or Matthias Delict or even Tar. If we
Haridinho.
can
Yo,
manage to get Jonathan Tah.
Haridinho. That man was on the. We cannot risk him, right?
Yeah.
Haridinho, Josh. Haridinho. Who knew?
Yeah, if we get, I hope that we can get a proper center back next season. So
Uh-huh.
he plays in the middle of Licha and Lenny Yoro.
And right there, yeah. By the way, he's what a season he's
Because
having.
Maguire and
We're doing
Matthias
bad, but
Delict cannot be.
he's done so well.
Yeah,
They
Maguire
can't
and
play together,
Matthias.
right?
No, they can't. But Matthias Delict and Maguire, even if they have been formidable in some spells, I don't think they're fit enough to be the players that we bank on a whole season. We
Well,
can leave them to be the pecking order could be Jonathan Tah, Matthias Delict, and Harry Maguire, or whomever is fit of the other two.
well, Josh. Yes, yesterday, as I was saying, that was the 16th time or 16th game we've lost in the Premier League, Josh. We only have 39 points. It doesn't really look good. But
Man,
domestic wise,
I don't know even why you're
listen,
calling
listen.
my.
We are still
I
in
don't
the
know why you're
15th.
calling my name after such stats. As in, just give your stats, man. Don't
Okay.
label them. Don't
Okay.
label them with my
Okay. Out
name.
of 24 Premier League games, Josh, Amorim has lost 12 games, 6 draws, and 6 wins. That is poor. But in the Premier League, that is very poor, Josh. Whether you like it or not, that is very, very poor.
Is it?
Oh, come on, Josh. Really?
I don't think it's poor.
I mean,
What
you're
standard?
praying to win the Europa League, Josh. You're
No.
praying.
Okay.
You're literally
Okay.
on your knees to win the Europa League.
What is the standard? What is the standard that you put for yourself to say this is poor or this is good?
Well, we are in the 15th position, Josh.
Yes, we are.
We've lost very many games, 16 games altogether.
Yes. Were we capable? Were we capable of doing any better?
Well, no, Josh. I mean, when you bring in someone new, you expect new results. You expect
No,
improvement. No, Josh, you expect improvement.
Not me.
I know we
Not
are
me.
going through a transition, okay?
Not me.
And it's too early to judge Amorim. I'm not saying that I'm judging him, but
All I can tell you,
it
I
would be
didn't
so
expect
nice for him. It would be so nice for Amorim to go ahead, beat Atletico Bilbao, or rather, yeah, Athletic Bilbao on Thursday, proceed to the finals, win that, Europa League final, so that next season, Josh, we're in the Champions League. I think you'll have done a tremendous job, in Europe. And
Yeah, but
maybe that
does
will also
nothing.
give us backup, rather a boost to get players we want. In fact, we're going into the transfer segment, get players we want to
But you
just come boost and, upgrade our squad next season.
Yeah, but that is not a thing that is related to the league at all. I mean, whether he wins the Europa League or anything, it's not related to the league.
Oh, Josh,
But
not directly,
yeah,
but
but
when we win,
understanding,
we have money,
understanding,
Josh, coming in already. 85 million, Josh. That's a lot.
Un-
It already helps.
understanding where Manchester United was when Ruben Amorim came in, and I can only tell you that I didn't expect it to be this bad. But I didn't expect United to finish top 4 because Ruben Amorim
Me
had
too.
come in. It's
Me
not
too.
like we had gotten Gareth Southgate or like I don't know Sam
Me too.
Allardyce.
But again, this
No,
is so
so
bad.
I mean, It was always going to be very difficult because we got a very elaborate manager who didn't have the tools for whatever he was going to do. So you'd expect a mismatch somewhere. And yeah, at least he has steered the ship, and we are 90 minutes away from a European final.
Well, Josh, anyway, let's go to the right one, transfer news. But Josh, I would say for me, in conclusion, the loss to Brentford, I mean, it was, anyway, let's leave Brentford, Josh, because right now it's meaningless. That's what you're going to tell me. Anyway, Sports Jazz, please do subscribe, guys. Subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, Isaac, we are in the building. And yeah, the most interesting segment right now, Man United transfer latest news. And of course, in the comment section, we had Deliso saying, United, I want to transfer Yokores, Cunha, Edison, Nico Williams. Josh, help me with the pronunciation of that name. And Mbuemo.
Antonio.
In Mbuemo. Why are people interested in Mbuemo?
Because the media is writing about it.
No, but would you want him to be playing at Man United?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a question you could even ask me. Mbuemo.
Well, Josh, people are proposing. Well, I mean, mentioning his name. That's what I'm saying.
They're crazy. They're mad. They're crazy. They're crazy. You cannot want to change Manchester United, and you're picking players like Mbuemo to change because he's been playing well at Brentford. No. I don't think that Mbuemo cuts it. That's not a player that I would want to play, because you have to look at Ruben Amorim's system. So, yeah. I mean, Mbuemo is a very good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's physical, he's technical.
18 goals, Josh, this season out of 34.
He is such a good player. Games. He's such a good player in the 10, but I've also seen a bit of a rivalism with him, especially when he came back to play for Cameroon. He had this swag about him of not really wanting to give 100%. And
so that's why you don't like him, Josh. We are talking about the Premier League. The man has 18 goals out of 34 Premier League games, Josh. 11 scored at home, 7 away, with 6 assists.
I'm just worried that it's going to come a time that he has come to Manchester United and he feels that this is holy grail. I don't have to work hard anymore. I mean, this is what I wanted to achieve in my life. And I'm now playing for Manchester United. I have a 3-4 year contract, and I don't care if I'm on a bench or something, but I'm not going to give 100% or something like that.
Well,
so anyway, I wouldn't be chasing Mbuemo to change Manchester United's fortunes, especially in the 10 role. Now that I've gotten Cunha, you can't have two average players, not average, but two players who are not really. Matthias Cunha in this Man United side is a level raiser, okay? He's a level raiser of the players that we do have. Mbuemo can be a level raiser at United, but the other 10 that we do want is a genius.
Who? Cunha?
No. We do have Cunha now. Now, if you're going in the market to buy a 10, you want a genius. You want Kvaratskhelia. You want Florian Wirtz. You want Jamal Musiala. You want players who are out of this world, the best in that position. You might even get a gem. Okay, you might even get a gem, but at least he has to have these attributes that almost make him a genius in that position. But for me, Mbuemo is good, but is not a player I would be looking at to be in the other 10 alongside Matthias Cunha.
Oh, that is sad, Josh, because very many people rate that guy, Josh. You know,
no, I do rate him. He's unplayable in his day. I mean, he's quite a player. He has the physique. He's been in the league for quite some time. He knows exactly how to play in the Premier League, but
you just don't you don't think he cuts, or he's the Man United kind of player, right?
Yes, exactly. I don't think he has the Man United DNA.
Briefly, Josh joined from Troyes, League 2 from France in 2019, Josh, to present. only for 6.5 million euros, Josh. Premier League debut 2021 after Brentford promotion, Josh. And altogether, Josh, the season 2021 to 22, he scored altogether, Josh, goals and assists 11. 2022-23, 17 goals and assists. 2023-24, 15. And the current one, Josh, that is 24 goals and assists. Not so bad, Josh. 18 goals and 6 assists, Josh, in the Premier League alone. I mean, not so bad, but yeah, I see international wise, he doesn't really have a good stats. Maybe it's because he doesn't, as you said, he doesn't want to play, or he makes a lot of drama every time he's called up to play and feature for Cameroon. But overall, Josh, I don't think he's a very bad player, especially if
No,
he's been
he's not a
playing in the
bad
Premier
player at
League.
all. He's not
If
a
he's
bad
been
player
playing in
at
the
all. I
Premier
would
League,
welcome. I would welcome his signature. I would be happy about United having another body in the squad, but I wouldn't be ecstatic at the prospect of Mbeumo playing at Manchester United.
well, people are going to be disappointed.
He's not special. He's good, but he's not special. I would prefer a special player.
I'm just saying, people are going to be
If
disappointed,
he's
Josh.
coming for
People
15 million, it is good.
for
20,
15 million. No,
yeah,
20 by the
20.
way. Okay, Josh, that makes sense. If he's coming for 15
But
million, if he's
I
coming
can't
for
waste 50 million buying Buemo. I mean, I
no, no,
go
no, no,
buy
no.
someone who is special,
There is no way. I wouldn't
even
as
if
I
it
wouldn't
is
as well.
Adagula.
Oh, Adagula would get him, but the man proved to you over the weekend, scored and kissed the badge. He told them, "I'm still here. I'm a real Real
No
Madrid
worries, but
player."
I'm showing you the quality of player I would want in that role.
Well,
I would even prefer Trincao.
Trincao, yeah, Trincao is also good, Josh. Trincao is okay. Anyhow, Josh, yeah, that was the Mbuemo for you. Still going on with the transfer news, Josh. The rumor for Liam Delap, Josh, joining Man United won't go away. It looks like he's a player that United is interested in, and he's actually occupying more space, Josh, in terms of news than Gyökeres. I mean, I would prefer to hear the other side of Gyökeres or even Victor Osimhen, but it looks like Liam Delap is the man, Josh, and he's set to
Yeah.
join.
That is majorly because Liam Delap has a release clause in his contract, and his agent has been very quick in trying to vend him out to football clubs. There's a bit of news in the English press about him moving places. I understand that David Moyes has since picked interest in signing Liam Delap.
Oh, that would be
Liam
nice.
Delap would be going for about 30 million pounds. So I mean, I hope Everton beats us to his signature. Yeah. I really do hope Everton
Do you know?
beats us to his signature.
You say that as you, but because I
Yeah,
understand a lot of
I'm
United fans want him, Josh. I mean, 36
I'm sorry.
appearances, Josh. Oh,
I'm
Josh,
sorry.
him on Buemo. Who would you take? 36 appearances, 12 goals.
Mbeumo. I'll take Mbeumo.
Man, okay, Josh, that is rude and that is mean. What he just did, seriously.
No, what? I said like, yo, man. I'll take
Yes.
Mbeumo. I'll take Mbeumo. I wouldn't take Dilap. I mean, Dilap is 22 years old. We have yo, man, we're turning out into an academy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to be more serious. Yes,
We
we
have
do
Chido
need
Obi Martin.
we
We
do
have
need we do need the
very many.
players. Yeah, we do need the players to grow and stuff like that. But still, man, even when you're building, you have to have at least a spine. If United can identify the positions in which we must reinforce, I think we should reinforce at the back, right wing back, and center back. I think we should get
That is a
two
very good topic,
midfielders.
Josh. That is
Yes,
a very good. I mean, places or rather, sorry, positions where Man United should be reinforcing and focusing on next season. That is a
yeah.
very good one. And yeah, you're right. The keeper too, Josh. The keeper
I go
first.
ahead. Oh, okay.
Please
I
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
resume,
think
resume,
I
rewind.
think for Man United, if we do identify those positions to reinforce, then we can have a good window, because we cannot have a good window if we don't know exactly what we want. For me, I would actually get rid of Andre Onana and
Mm,
make sure that we do have a keeper. I would actually fancy United signing Garcia, the keeper from Espanyol.
very good keeper, Josh. Very,
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
keeper.
I would fancy Garcia over Andre Onana, but then again, we would need two keepers. But maybe I leave Onana on the bench. I just sign Garcia
Yeah,
and they
I don't think
compete.
he's a bench player. By
No,
the
but they
game
would
yesterday also
compete.
exposed Bayinda. He needs more
No,
time. Maybe
Bayinda
it's because
leaves.
he doesn't play a lot.
No, Bayinda leaves. Garcia comes and competes for
Yeah.
the number one spot with Onana. So
Mm.
Onana plays his clumsy stuff again, and Garcia takes over the number one role. Just because we cannot buy two keepers this window, because Heaton is leaving, and you
I
can't.
heard he
You
might
can't.
be given another year, Josh. Being a senior player, he
Heaton.
might be. Yeah, from what I
Yeah.
maybe not to
Besides, he's
play,
a
but
third choice keeper. So for purposes of we are looking for a player and we can't get Heaton, could get
yeah,
another year. We don't have
could
a
get
problem with
yeah.
them. But then
Mm.
again, we would have to sign a goal. We have to sign a goalkeeper. If you actually want to finish top four next season, we have to sign a goalkeeper. Onana cannot do it. He cannot. Then we have to sign a centre back. For me, I had thought we sign Jonathan Tah. He's on a free transfer. I mean, if
Oh, the guy that Bayern Munich is interested. Rather, he's
yeah,
at
yeah,
Bayern,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. No, Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, sorry, but Bayern Munich is showing
Yeah, yeah,
huge
yeah, yeah.
interest.
And
He looks
yeah,
like he's set to leave.
yeah, he's set to leave. So if Lady Luck falls for us and we're in the Champions League, maybe we can attract his signature, and we do sign Jonathan Tah, and then we sign a right wing back. That's a center back, a keeper, a center back, a right wing back, and then we sign two midfielders. We sign Ederson, and we sign another midfielder who is press resistant, a guy who can actually ghost away from tight situations, a guy
Mm,
who cannot, a guy who can beat the press very easily, a guy who can come and collect the ball from the back four or from the keeper and beat the press and play the ball to other players or our high flying wing backs rather. So
mhm.
those are the two players in the middle of the park. Then I would go buy a striker.
A
I
striker.
wouldn't
Well, yeah,
waste I wouldn't waste money on another 10 after Cunha, because we
after
don't have that money.
speaking
Yes.
about Cunha, Josh, United are actively pursuing forward Matthias Cunha, Josh, with negotiations reportedly in advanced stages. 25-year-old Brazilian, of course, he has a 62.5 release clause in his contract, and is a primary target for Man United head coach Ruben Amorim to bolster his attack next season, Josh. And we all know Cunha has also expressed his interest in joining Josh Manchester United, and personal terms are being finalized, Josh. Club will be offering 5-year contract. Well, I mean, we all know his versatility, and you're right. If you have Cunha on your hands, I think now you just have to look at the striker. Who are you going to put
Buy a
him in
proper
front?
striker. Stop flirting with the D-Laps, the
Deal up.
Mbuemos, the D-Laps. Stop flirting with them. Go get a proper striker. I
Get
mean, the book.
Gyökeres.
Yes, get Gyökeres and Victor Osimhen. The dust settled, maybe because of
Mm-hmm.
the wages that he asks for. But
Yeah,
get Victor Gyökeres. If Victor Gyökeres is willing to come to Manchester United and he's committed to play, I know Ruben Amorim did say that he does not want to bring a player at Manchester United because the player wants to play in one competition. That is the rumor
the
that
Champions
was
League.
being said about
Yeah,
I
Victor.
mean, yeah, no, not Victor Gyökeres. Yeah, Gyökeres
You. By
himself.
the way, it was Gyökeres. It
Yeah,
was
it was
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres.
I
He's
think it
also
was
called
them
Victor.
both.
No, he's
Mm,
also called Victor. It was Gyökeres.
mm.
I mean, the rumor was he would not. He would love to go to a club that is playing a Champions League, and Arsenal is hot on the heels. The interest is real in Victor Gyökeres, but I think United can be able to convince Victor Gyökeres to come to Manchester United with or without Champions League football, because Ruben Amorim made him, and I think if he did whisper in his ear, he will win the war. And there's also another thing that is interesting about his signature. I think we can go as low as 52 million pounds, not the 89 that was rumored
Actually, 50. I
earlier on.
understand 50.
Yes, which would be a good deal. So if you're flirting with the Dilaps and the Mbuemos and Fernandez, when you get two other midfielders, maybe Ederson to play alongside Manuel Ugarte, that means that you're going to push Fernandez to play in the other 10 role with Matias Cunha, and Joshua Zirkzee is also waiting in the wings to play in the same position. Okay, and
Oh, by the
Ganacho
way.
and Kobe Mino, you know.
Squad
So why
depth,
don't
Josh.
you?
Squad depth.
Yes, exactly. So why are you buying the Mbuemos? Go buy a striker, a proper striker, because Mbuemo is not a proper striker in this system.
In Amarim's system, Josh.
Yes, is even at Brentford, he's not playing as a center forward. He's floating in and around the wing forward positions, and that's where he excels. So you're going to have to bring him to the club and ask him to play where he does not normally play, and he's going to be learning new things. This is not a time to. I mean, he's what, 26, 27?
One thing I do agree with you. I think this is not the right time for Man United to be flirting with players like Brian Mbuemo. No disrespect, incredibly well. 18 goals this season, 6 assists in the Premier League. Next person is Liam Delap. Look, if it's very true that Everton has concrete interest in Delap, please, Moyes, do your thing, do your magic, sign him, because United does not need a player like Liam. Not that he's bad, no, but we need, Josh, as you've pointed out, if you have Joshua Zirkzee, you have Alejandro Ganacho, you have Bruno Fernandes, you have Cunha, who looks set to join Man United
You
very
have
soon.
Kobe Mino.
You have
Because
Kobe
those are
Mino,
all
Josh.
players who are going to be playing in that position.
Exactly.
That's why I actually
You
think
need an
either
already made
Ganacho.
striker, Gyökeres, to come through, or the Nigerian Victor Osimhen to come through. There's what do you think about the Canadian Jonathan? He's
Etike,
not so bad.
Ekitike,
Is he called Ekitike? The one who
the
he
guy at
plays in.
Frankfurt.
Is he at Frankfurt? He's the
Yeah,
Canadian, right? I'm not sure of the other name,
I don't think he's Canadian. I'm not sure. Ekitike.
but he's Josh. I understand he's also very very good. Josh, a very good player. But yeah, Josh. I mean, if you want to get results at Man United.
He's no, he's French. Hugo Ekitike.
No, I'm talking about Jonathan. I'm forgetting the other name.
He plays at Frankfurt.
I'm forgetting the other name. But yeah, Josh, I mean, it will be nice, you know. He's called David Jonathan, Josh.
Oh yeah.
David
But
Jonathan.
I'm sorry, no offense to the name, but
He's in League One, Josh.
a striker
What?
called David Jonathan. Eh? Yo, guy sounds like an accountant,
He
man.
plays for Lille. Yeah, currently has 16 goals and 5 assists. He's not bad, Josh. He has numbers on his. But anyway, you know, the Premier League
No,
is
go
built
get your
different.
keres. Go get your keres. Get your keres.
Mm,
I mean, let him fail at the club. Let him fail if
mm.
he's to fail. But get your keres. The money is good. 50 million is good. And don't flirt with another 10. Matias Cunha is sufficient, because then you'll have Fernandez, Cunha, Kobe Mainu, Ganacho, Zirkzee, all playing in those 10 roles, you know. And Amed Diallo is going to play as a wing back, because Queda would have come to United and he would be playing as a right wing back, and Amed Diallo can do exactly that. You just have
Well,
to have a stronger right-sided center back to allow Amed Diallo to get into those positions, because actually the way Ruben Amorim used to play at Sporting Lisbon, the right wing back is a left-footed player who is more attacking than the left wing back. So I mean, he's actually a forward player. He's a forward, because Queda is actually a forward. and that's what he wants in his right wing back. And Amed Diallo can execute that very well.
Josh, you were talking about a midfielder who you think that can, press so well alongside Ederson or alongside Ugarte. Huh?
Yeah, Ederson, Ugarte, and another
And
midfielder who is press resistant.
the
We do
Argentine
have Sekou
still
Kone.
still young Josh. Oh yeah, Josh, we have Seko Kone, but I'm going to
Yeah,
come
we
to
have
that, Josh.
Sekou Kone, but you can give him 2 seasons. You can
Mm.
give him 2 seasons. So I mean, this can be the season that is introduced into the team, but you still get a more reliable player at the moment to play in that role. I
And
know
well,
they've talked about players who are surprising, like Adam Wharton,
yeah. Well, for
the
me,
guy
another
at
player that
Crystal
I want
Palace.
to bring into the mix is 17-year-old Argentine attacking midfielder Franco Mastantuono. Josh, playing for River Plate.
Mastantuono.
Still, I mean, his release clause is around 38 million pounds, Josh. And it looks
Yeah,
like the club has reportedly held meetings with his representatives, but United is still hesitant to meet the release clause, Josh, with the
yeah,
indications
it's
that
too high. It's
the
too high.
player prefers. Also, it looks like the player prefers to join or or move to Real Madrid if he leaves River Plate. Josh,
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah,
many
yeah.
clubs, by the way, are interested in him: Liverpool, Chelsea,
Yeah,
Man
they
City,
you see
PSG, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid.
for players that come out of South America, it is very easy to adapt when you go to the La Liga because I mean you speak the same language.
Mhm.
Yeah, they do speak Portuguese, but most of them do speak Spanish. So I mean the
High chances that you're
adjustment.
going to find at least 3 or 4 Brazilians, or if you're
Yeah,
from
even
Argentina,
even even if
four
even if you
people.
were
Okay,
to
that
find sorry,
sorry,
even if you
sorry,
were
go
to
on.
find Argentines or Brazilians in Man United, it's not
Yeah.
the same thing when the your cook, the guy who opens your door and
Mm,
stuff like that at your apartment. They're all people who can speak the same language with you. So the
mm.
acclimatization is much easier, and maybe their lifestyle is almost the same. So they prefer to do go play in Spain. And actually, the league actually favors them. You can see how brilliant Anthony looks at the moment because the league is not that
Oh,
physical.
Anthony has been a
I mean, they
revelation,
give
Josh.
you,
I
yeah,
told
they
you the
give
man
you,
has been scoring wonderful goals, and you brushed off
yeah,
pouring cold water, saying, "Nah, those are
no,
usual goals." Josh, come on. Anthony
no,
is destroying League One. Okay, he's not destroying League One. Okay, that is too much of exaggeration, but
La Liga.
he's really doing. Sorry, La Liga. I apologize. La Liga. He's doing so well, Josh. Anthony is
He
putting
is,
up a great performance in the La Liga. And
he is.
yo,
But
if
if you
Real
see the
Betis
goal that
can
he,
bring 40 million euros, Betis bring 40 million euros, and you have the next Ballon d'Or winner on your hands. United are ready to cash in.
yeah,
But anyway,
pounds,
I've been
pounds. We
impressed.
don't want pounds. We want
Euros.
pounds. Yeah, we don't want euros.
But he's been Josh. He's been a player. What a player he's turned out to be, Josh.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
he's.
but like I was saying, you see the goal that he did score yesterday. I don't think
Mhm.
that he scores that goal in the Premier League. Not the technique to call that ball, but the space. He
Mm.
cannot be given that too much space to actually make up his mind and call this ball because as soon as you meet a player like Kerekes, he's just going to jump onto your feet. He's not going to allow you to do
Not
a
even
lot of
Kereke.
that.
Lisandro Martinez is going to come and sweep you right away.
Yeah, but then you see the defender gave him a bit of time. Maybe he was tired anyway, because
No,
it was
Josh. Okay,
almost the
come on now.
last kick of the game.
No, Josh.
But
Don't brush off the guy's
no, no, no,
effort
no.
saying the
Anthony has
defender
been
gave
very
him some.
wonderful, and for me, I've always known that he's a
Maybe it
player who
relates to
is
what
very
you
good.
said, Josh. You know, when we're talking about the kid from River Plate, you know, going into the environment that speaks majority of the players, the managers, everyone, the reporters, everyone that side speaks the same language that you understand. You're going to find, as I said, it's very hard to walk into a team in the Spanish, or rather in the La Liga, and you don't find rather 2 players from, okay, 4 players from South America. It's very, very hard, extremely hard. You know, so maybe the environment just to contributed. And look, I'm happy for Anthony. Let Betis come. I understand they are worried. He's picking up. You know, a lot of clubs are interested in him. Atletico Madrid allegedly, very many
I
clubs.
would
You know,
prefer
especially in Spain.
Atletico
So
Madrid I would prefer Atletico Madrid to sign him because
No, their player,
he's not.
their style is pragmatic. Josh,
No, he's
Simeone,
not the
no,
level.
he's he,
No, 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 no. By the way, Atletico Madrid has always had very good forwards. I don't know. You might think that it might be true that they are pragmatic and stuff like that, but they always have very good attackers. Anyhow, the reason that I would prefer
they are
Atletico
Josh.
Madrid to Real Betis, first of all, the player is a a level than better than Real Betis, and the other thing is Atletico Madrid might be willing to cash in 50 million pounds for his services, and yet Real Betis would only want to get another year on loan.
Yeah, that is true. That's what I was going to say. They are panicking. They are ready to cover almost the whole wages for Anthony, provided he stays for a long season loan. I mean, that is not also bad, Josh, is it?
Yeah,
Or
it's
you just
very
want
bad. It's
cash?
very bad. It's very bad. Yeah. I mean, a player that you're not going
I,
to remain with,
uh,
a player that you're not going to remain with, I don't think that is very wise.
so you'd prefer for them to just cash in, and after cashing in, if they pay the money, there you go. Well,
Yeah.
um, I don't know about you, Josh, but I mean, if they're going to cover everything, if they're going to deal with the salary and all that, I think they should let him. I mean, play if he's also happy that side. Let him stay that side. I have no problems with Anthony staying that side. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. We're still looking at players that Manchester United is interested in signing. A lot of names have been popping up. Uh, sorry, just a minute. A lot of players have been popping up, and to me, players rather the positions to strengthen in the current Manchester United squad. Number one, without even forgetting the forward, rather the striker, and I would prefer Gyökeres. To me, he's put up numbers. Last I checked, he had 51 goals in 48 appearances. That is quite splendid, very, very nice. But yeah, real quick, I'll give you a recap of what we're talking about, me and Josh. United are reportedly targeting several players for the 2025-2026 season to bolster their squad under head coach Ruben Amorim. And of course, the first one we've all talked about, Matheus Cunha, playing currently for Wolves. Well, United have shown strong interest in the player. And who knows? I mean, we might get him. It looks like United are really serious and they want to get him. They've shown strong interest in United have shown strong interest in signing Matheus Cunha. Of course, he has a 62 release clause. Cunha, who is also a primary rather target for other clubs, looks like he's more interested in joining Man United, even without UCL, even without Champions League. And yeah, Amorim has also, I think, made it clear, from what I understand, that he's the kind of player that has the kind of versatility that fits his kind of system. So although he has some indiscipline issues, I think we all know that, but he's open to a move to Old Trafford. And I can't wait. I can't wait. We also talked about Brian Mbeumo. Look, guys, I don't know what's going on with Mbeumo, but I don't think I would love to see Mbeumo at Man United. As Josh pointed it out, he's a fantastic player. 18 goals this season, 6 assists. He's putting up numbers, but I don't think if you're going to have Cunha, you have Fernandez, you have Ganacho, you have Kobe
You
Mino,
have Kobe Mino, you have
you have Joshua
Zakzi.
Zakzi. I
They're
don't
all
think
playing in the 10 roles,
Josh
and
is
then
right. You don't need
you
him.
you go and waste money buying Mbuemo when you still don't have a striker. So you
That is
want
true.
to convert Mbuemo into a striker, but he's not really a striker. Why don't you go
Exactly.
and get a striker? You want
An
to
already
convert
made striker,
Cunha
a proven
into a
striker.
striker, but he's not really a striker.
I agree with you,
So
Josh,
go and
100%.
get a striker
100%.
and
And Josh,
buy two midfielders, one press resistant midfielder, and
mm,
uh, and uh, um, and Ederson for the energy. He has a lot of energy, physicality. He can add a lot of physicality to a Manchester United midfield, and we are not bullied all the time. So that would be a very good Manchester United next season to at least make top four. I do want to win the Europa League, but I don't know if I want to get into the Champions League.
Oh,
I
Josh,
do.
don't.
No, I want the money. I want the money, but it might be a competition too much for us
Mm-mm.
because this is a United side that is going to be struggling because we are going to be we are going to be building and trying to find a way to play an
Mm-hmm.
identity. We're going to try to implement the identity of the manager into the side. So if we do have so many competitions we are playing next season, then we're going to be in the same position that we were in when the manager came in. I mean, the manager spent about 2 months when the players are not training. I mean, they
Mm.
were playing a game every other day. So all they could do is refresh, recover, and get ready for the next game. They were not actually doing so many drills and stuff like that. You can argue that they will have a preseason, but it is in the games themselves that you realize what is working and what is not working for the team. Yeah, I know it is important that we do have Champions League football because of the money that comes from it and the glamour and the attraction of players. But you know, on second thought, you can think that is it really wise? But we must win the trophy, though. We must win the trophy, and it's just fortunate that it comes with a Champions League qualification.
Very, very fortunate. Josh, there have been also rumors of United being interested in Douglas Luiz. Then there's also Eberechi Eze, Josh, and both players, I mean, are also okay to join
I
Man
don't want.
United. What do you think
I
about
don't
that?
want Eze. I don't
You
want
know,
Eze.
and
I don't
Douglas
want
Luiz?
another. I don't want another 10.
Okay.
I feel like we are wasting resources. I
Mm.
don't want another 10. The other 10 I want would be the exception would be Kvaratskhelia. He's just joined PSG, so that's a
Oh,
no
Josh,
go.
that one can join anytime.
Jamal Musiala,
Can join
Florian
anytime.
Wirtz, Florian
Can join
Wirtz.
anytime.
Those are the players, special players in that role. Those are the ones that would be my exception in getting another 10. But I
Mm.
would not get another 10 at this moment. Mbwemo, at sijui Eberechi Eze. No,
Man,
no, no, no.
you're pouring water on the guy.
No, they're good players. They're good players, but not for us right now. Not for us right now. I think we do need a striker, and we shall be good to go. Chido can learn off a very good striker because Liam Delap for me I think is would be a very big mistake if we did sign
Very,
him.
very, very, very big mistake.
Don't
I
get
agree
me
with you.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. He will play well. He will score some goals and stuff like that. But
Give you 10
I think
goals, maybe.
yeah, he could even score more because he's at United and he's a very good player. But I don't think that he would take us somewhere. He can get maybe 14, but he can't really take us too far.
Glazers out. Yo, what up?
Yo,
What up?
what's
What
up?
up?
What's
What up?
up? What's up?
Yo, Aaron here. Hey, Aaron, what up? What up, Aaron? Aaron, please, your
Yeah.
view. Tell us your view. Would you prefer to have Liam Delap as your lead striker or Matthias Cunha? Sorry, not Matthias Cunha. Of course, Cunha plays as a 10. Would you prefer to have Liam Delap, Victor Yokores, or the Nigerian Victor Osimhen? Josh, I've also talked about Jonathan Davids, but you
Yeah.
said no.
No, 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 no. Yeah. Me, David Jonathan. I mean, a striker with such a name. I don't think you're going to cut it for me. Not that he's a bad player. I mean, it's just a name. He's a decent player, but David Jonathan leading the line. No.
No, you said no to that.
Yeah, Aaron thinks that Cunha.
No, Cunha is
I
100%
mean,
coming through, but he's coming in as a 10.
yeah, Cunha is coming in as a 10, but who, okay, maybe let me ask like this. Who would you want United to sign as their striker? Um,
Me personally, Josh, Victor Yokores.
Deliso was talking about Mbuemo. He would want Mbuemo to sign for United.
Oh, the list you were earlier on?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because of the numbers Josh he puts up. I mean, being in the Premier League and you score 18 goals, Josh, 6 assists, and he has been improving. Although I also don't want Mbuemo.
I can't want another 10 after Matias Cunha. We do have very many at the club. We need two
Mm,
midfielders. Ericsson is going. You see, we need to. Man United is going to have a clear out of about 10 players. Okay,
yeah.
and fortunately, four of them are already on loan, and four of them are actually going on a free.
Mm.
So those are about eight players. So if we manage to get rid of Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Tarell Malacia, who else is out on loan?
Well, you have Anthony, you have Jadon Sancho,
Anthony and Anthony.
Rashford,
Those are the four players.
Tyrell Malacia.
You see, if we can get money from those four players, I
Mm.
mean Rashford and Rashford and Jadon Sancho, you can say we have already replaced by signing Matias Cunha, the availability of Ganacho and Kobe Mainu to play as tens, and those you can say we've replaced those. Then for Anthony, who is also a wing forward, Amed Diallo, the emergence of Amed Diallo can maybe have made up for that signature. So the money we do get, we can go and get Victor Gyökeres,
Not bad, Josh.
have a striker. Then we can get two midfielders. We get Ederson. Ederson is automatic. We do need Ederson, and at least the club has showed interest that it is rumored that meetings are ongoing with Atalanta. I don't know how true it is. We are still waiting for Fabrizio Romano to confirm, but I would prefer for United to sign a physical player like Ederson in midfield to play alongside Mano Ugarte. Then maybe we can have that press resistant midfielder. So I mean, we would be good to go.
Yeah,
At the
I think
back,
that would be great, by
at
the
the
way.
back, I would prefer we have Jonathan Tah.
But I don't see him just coming to the Premier League.
To the Premier League. That is actually the only allure that we have. That I mean, it's the Premier League. Everyone wants to be in the Premier League and stuff like that. So, but being German,
Mm,
he might want to play for Bayern Munich.
100% just. I mean, they even just congratulations to Hurricane. Finally, the man has, a trophy under his belt. So a lot of people have been clowning
Yeah,
him. He joined Bayern and things went south. But yo, Josh, Glazers out was saying problem is we. I think he meant we can't afford Jokeres unless we push for Ganacho and Rashford. I think Ganacho. I would
we
love to
can
keep on
afford.
Ganacho for now. I would love Josh. We can afford all that if we win the Europa League. hundred
Yes,
percent, Josh.
yes, but
Then
we
we can
shall
afford
win
that
the Europa League, inshallah. But Rashford and Sancho, if
already.
you, yeah, Rashford and Sancho, you sell Rashford for 40. I don't know who would be crazy enough to give you 40 million pounds for Rashford. But if you do get 40 million pounds for Rashford, and you do get the 25 Chelsea is obliged to pay Manchester United,
I
then
don't think
we already have 65, and Gyökeres would go for 50. So I think Gyökeres
I don't.
would still be
I do
able to
not think
sign.
we are going to get any 40 for Marcus Rashford, Josh. I don't think that is going to happen.
Why 40?
40 million euros, sorry, pounds for
Yeah,
Marcus
40 is
Rashford.
fair.
Who's
Yeah,
going to
40 is
pay?
fair.
Who's going to pay, Josh?
It is rumored his agent is tossing him around and is saying that Barcelona is interested in him and is willing to take a pay cut to join Barcelona. And
Mm.
for us, we don't care if he does go to Barcelona and win a Ballon d'Or. We only need our 40 million pounds to get the services of Gyökeres. And
You
Aston
only want
Villa,
money.
Aston Villa also has a bit of money, so we had. And for us,
Oh,
we are ready to
they have
collect.
money, Josh. They
Yeah,
have
we are ready
money.
to collect. We are ready to
Yokeres is
collect.
26 years, so he's still a
He'll
game.
be 27. He'll be 27 by the
Yeah,
time he
when
comes
and
to
that's
United.
when strikers are just dangerous.
Exactly.
25, 26, 27, 20 to 30.
That's
That's
the
when they're even
problem.
more little.
That's the problem I do have with Liam Delap and Ekitike, the
Mm.
guy at Frankfurt. They are very good players, but I mean, at 22 years old, I mean, United is struggling. United is not in a good shape, and we don't need another Rasmus Højlund. We don't need to make excuses for the next striker who is going to come in at Manchester United. We need a guy who is going to come and try to score as many goals as he can, and maybe it can help even players like Alejandro Ganacho and Matias Cunha if he eventually comes to Manchester United, because Bruno Fernandes is always going to be that player. Is always going to be the player who is going to stand tall
How
when
many
push comes to
if
shove.
he comes through, just how many South Americans would you be having?
Who?
If he comes through,
Cunha,
if yeah,
Diego Leon, Cunha, Lisandro Martinez.
three,
Three,
then yeah, no, Ganacho, Alejandro Ganacho as well.
four, yeah,
Ugarte,
five.
not so bad.
Yeah, not so bad, and that's I mean, you
Not so
have to
bad.
get
Then
the
players
best
that
players.
speak the same language. I mean, okay, that Portuguese. Then you'd also add
Portuguese.
on Portuguese. You'd add on, of course, the manager, but you'd have Bruno
Fernandez, Dallo.
Dallo. I think that's it, right?
Yeah,
I would
Fernandez,
love to see
Dallo,
a team
and
full of
Ruben
South
Amorim.
Americans. Okay, not South American, but people that do speak. But we don't have any Spaniard, Josh. Do we? By the way, we are not so blessed
By the
with
way, speaking of
Spaniards.
the Spaniard at Manchester United, I can tell you a
Uh,
very interesting story. Now, Jason Wilcox has to be very clever in this window, okay?
yeah.
The Spaniard we do have at the club, we did have at the club, we sold him to Benfica. That is Alvaro Fernandez. He has had a tremendous season at Benfica.
Madrid wants to. Have you heard the drama about that?
Now, that's the story I want to tell you.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Now, what happens is Jason Wilcox wants is looking for money. Okay, and Real Madrid, Benfica wants to sell. Real Madrid is interested in the services of Alvaro Fernandez, who is 22 years old. But Benfica is only willing to sell him at 50 million pounds.
Oh.
To Real Madrid. Real Madrid is not ready to pay that amount of money. Real Madrid says it's a lot of money. Now, Manchester United has
they have a buyback clause, I think.
Manchester United has a buyback clause in the contract of Alvaro Fernandez of 16.5 million pounds. So Florentino Perez thinks he can use Manchester United to acquire the services of Alvaro Fernandez without paying the 50 million pounds to Benfica. He suggests that United,
that guy, United, Perez is a mafia, by the way.
Yeah, that United
mafia
does
football.
That United does pay the 16.5 million pounds to Benfica. Okay, get back the player, and remember, when United pays the 16.5 million pounds, we also do have a 50% sell-on clause. So so essentially, Madrid. Yeah, no, so no. Anywhere you sell him, we have a 50% sell-on clause. So it means that the 16.5 we pay to Benfica, we shall actually
we are coming to Cisco in Cunha in a moment. Yes, Josh.
Yeah, we shall only pay 8. We shall only pay 8 million pounds because the other 8 is due to us. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we shall have the player for 8 million pounds, and Madrid is willing to pay us 29 million pounds. So we shall make profit of 21 million pounds on Alvaro Fernandez. So that is good money for nothing.
No, that is what? How they call that? Not fraud. What's the best word to use there?
Extortion.
No, not extortion. I'm forgetting. How do these people
laundering? Laundering.
Yeah, that's money laundering. Honestly,
no, it's not laundering. It's just being clever. I mean, these clauses criminal. Are in. These clauses are in the contract. So if you do read the contract and you find these loopholes, you exploit the loopholes. And Jason Wilcox will have no problem actually doing exactly that, because why wouldn't he do it? Because it is in the contract. It is there. He can pay the 8 million pounds back, have the player. Madrid can pay the 29. If United does not want the player, which I think United will not want the player, because the player is actually willing to go to Real Madrid. But United might find it hard to keep the player, especially because it has invested heavily in the wing back position, in the left wing back position. So I don't think we shall be keeping Alvaro Fernandez. So he ends up leaving, and United will have 21 million pounds. Isn't that juicy, bro?
No.
Ah, come
Anyway, it's
on.
juicy, but it's a bit
What's up
shady.
with you and
But
being
anyway,
politically correct?
anything that gets Man United money, I would welcome that. Josh Glazers out says he would like to see Sesko and Cunha. Arsenal is also heavily interested in Sesko. Good player, Josh. Still plays in the Bundesliga, Josh.
Yeah,
For RB Leipzig, I
yeah.
think he scored uh, 13 goals this season, Josh, out of 31 matches, 5 assists. He's not bad, Josh.
Yeah, he's a
But
good player. He's a very
but
good player, actually.
I still see him just like I see Liam Delap. You get what
I
I'm
think
saying?
he's Yeah, but I think his form has even dipped.
Yeah, his form has dipped. That
Yeah, I
is
think
true.
his form has dipped, but he's such a good player. And Arsenal at the moment is a club that is going to take a player off you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
If he
it is
comes
a
in
club.
swinging and he's interested in you,
Yeah,
100%, they are going to.
it's a. They do have the money. They do have the positioning. I mean, they still have a semi-final Champions League game to negotiate, so you cannot write them off yet. But
Oh God,
even without trophies,
they lost over the
they've
weekend,
actually
Josh. Too, by the way.
yeah, but they've actually put themselves in a very attractive position for footballers.
Yeah, by the way, Josh, something for you. You know, there's something that has been going on Twitter. Is it the banter era of Manchester United? You know, and they're saying the recent banter era of Manchester United is a golden era for most clubs. I mean, third place 2022 23. We won, we were, I think, in two cup finals, but won only one. Last season, 2023 24. FA Cup finals, winning and beating the best team. That was Man City, Josh, right? Now, this
Yeah,
season, we are on to another fight. Okay, close to, we are in a semi final.
90
Oh,
minutes away.
yeah, in other words, another final is on the way. So I think that makes sense, Josh. I mean, if this is United's banter era, yet other clubs out there are saying it's their golden era. If we
Six
win this
seasons,
trophy,
six
if we win this,
seasons after
and
a
they don't have
decade.
nothing yet. Oh,
Golden era. I mean, you have positions and two community shields.
no, they have an FA, Josh. Come on, don't do that.
Oh yeah,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
By
Arsenal
the
won
way,
the FA. Yeah,
Arsenal is.
Ateta played 2 games and he won an FA.
Well, Anthony, when asked after the game yesterday, Josh, he said, I'm grateful to Betis and the fans, and he's turning out to be a fan's favorite, Josh.
Yeah, definitely. If you deliver, you will definitely be a fan's favorite. And the way that Anthony plays, it's very easy for the fans not to take to him because he's aggressive. He's very emotional. He's very emotional, and he shows it every now and then. It is easy for fans to fall in love with him.
Well, just something for you. Sam Locke has earlier on said the return of Champions League football would increase United players' salaries 25%,
Yeah.
because it means more money. You know, it's crazy. Anyhow, once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Thank you so much, everyone that was in the comment section. We had Man United or MUFC Glazers out. That was the first time. Shout outs to you, brother. Please do subscribe, turn on that notifications. Anytime, brother, you're ready to join the stream, get into the comment section. And yeah, let's talk about United. Let's talk about football. We can also banter, that team. There's always time to banter that one team that out in over 6 seasons, they only have one community shield. I don't know whether two anyway, and one FA Cup. That is Arsenal for you.
Faisal is here.
Who? Oh yeah,
Faisal.
Faisal. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you. He says glory,
Shout
glory,
out.
Man United. Aderi, as always, the bootmaster. Shout outs to you. We had also someone earlier on, Deliso. Shout outs to you. He comes every time now and then, and of course, Josh, we are supposed to be having Aziz very soon. Trent Arnold has left. He has officially today, as of today, Trent Arnold has officially communicated that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of this season. He's done so well, Josh. To me, I don't know why.
And
Arsenal, mm,
Fabrizio Romano seems to already have suggested that he's confirmed. He's a Madrid player.
well, Josh, I mean, he's a player who has done so well, Josh. To me, I don't know why Liverpool fans are salty. Maybe because he's an academy graduate and he has gone on a free. You know,
On
you
a
get it,
free,
Josh.
he's given them how many trophies?
A lot, many trophies. You
All
know,
the trophies in world football that
Josh,
a
and
club can win, he has won.
he's done great for them, Josh. If you're to check out the stats that Trent Arnold, Trent Arnold's key stats for this season alone, 2024-25 Premier League with Liverpool, Josh, 30 games, he has given them 3 assists and 3 goals. But he's been a key player, Josh. The interceptions, the clean sheets. He's done, to me, Josh, I think he's done incredibly well. Because
Yeah, he's
total
such a
matches in the Premier League, I think it's been in the Premier League around 256, but overall 392, Josh. 28 goals for a defender and 94 assists. Okay, Josh. Titles won. There are 9 titles, including 1 Premier League and 1 UEFA Champions League, Josh. There's the Super Cup, there's the FA Cup, there's the Carabao Cup, there's the Community Shield. He has won everything for for Liverpool. So anyone that is being salty because he's leaving or because they didn't get money, anyway, your loss. The player has done well for you guys. So up to you, Liverpool fans. It's up to you to be salty. Once again,
I've not yet met one of those fans because
Aziz.
I wouldn't understand them.
I'm like, Aziz.
Yeah,
I was
I
trying to
wouldn't.
chat with him earlier today. I didn't get what he was. He was a bit of sad, but again happy. He was in between there.
Of
Aziz, I
course, you
didn't
have to
understand
be
what you were
sad.
saying.
You can be sad that the guy has left the club, okay? Because he's a very good player. You would have loved for him to continue with the club, but
But
you cannot be mad. You
but you also
cannot
have
be
to be
mad at
happy.
the guy. Yeah. You get mixed feelings.
Just
You
giving
get
you
mixed feelings,
trophies.
but I mean, yeah.
Well, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. That was Josh and Isaac giving you latest Man United transfer news, even the preview for the game where they lost. And Josh are saying Arsenal lost over the weekend. They had everyone in. A few, okay, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 players. You didn't say nothing. But we are going to come back with that because they have PSG. So we have to come back with that with Champions League night. Tomorrow, there's also Inter Milan versus Barcelona. What a fast game, Josh. The one that ended 3-3 at Camp Nou. What a game.
Beautiful,
What a
man.
game. Now, tomorrow, we will be coming back with also preview Champions League
I think
night.
we start with the post-mortem of Inter Barca. Actually, of Barca Inter before we dig deep into it. So
Well, signing out. Catch you tomorrow, guys. Please do subscribe. Don't stop subscribing. Like the videos, share the videos. Thank you, everyone that is part of the Sports Jazz family. See you tomorrow. And adios. We are signing out.